So yesterday I talked about how a business, I used an example of $60 million or less in revenue, how you could grow your business. And I quickly covered how you can produce long form content, in-depth content as articles or pages within your website, and then taking that long form content and breaking it down into micro pieces of content, dozens, hundreds of pieces of micro content, and then sharing that content on social media, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram. So taking long form content, breaking it down into micro content, distributing it, sharing it through social, right? But I want to build upon that today and help you to understand a simple truth, whether you realize this or not, that, and this is statistics, Google provides this data, and this is in the macro, in the aggregate, all websites. 50% of visits to websites on a mobile phone are abandoned when the site takes longer than 3 seconds to load. So get out your phone, go to your website, try to go to a page, start counting 1, 2, 3. If it takes more than 3 seconds to load, statistics show 50% of those visitors just simply hit the back button or hit the back icon and they're just exiting your website. So tying that into this idea of long form content and micro content, you're creating this content on your site, breaking it down into micro content, distributing that through social, but you've got to remember that the performance of your mobile site is critically important, because again, if it takes longer than 3 seconds to load, 50% of the visitors on a mobile phone will simply exit your website, and they just won't load. They just won't wait for that content to load. It's just kind of the way it is in the world today, right? It sounds crazy, like 3 seconds doesn't sound like a long time, but if your site takes 4 seconds or more, you're losing half of all of your audience before you even have a chance for your site to load. So get out your phone, go to your website, take a look at it, see how it's performing. And it's critically important when you start tying the idea of mobile site performance, tying it into the idea of what I was talking about of long form content, producing it into micro content, publishing that on social media, because when you're repetitive and you publish that content on social media, the point is to drive brand awareness, right? And the more people become aware of your brand, and especially if you're sharing links to your page or links to your site in all of that micro content on social, you're going to be driving a huge amount of traffic to your site. And it's just important to remember that if it takes more than 3 seconds for all that traffic to load on your site, then you're losing half of all your visitors. So I hope this was helpful. Take a look at your site, let me know how it goes, and we'll talk to you soon.